Hey, welcome back to MLB Tonight. Anthony DiComo of MLB.com. Starling Marte with a left oblique issue, hit off a tee yesterday for the first time since his injury. That keeps him on schedule to ramp up with game at-bats over the final week plus of camp. That would be good news for the Mets if they can get him back in short order. So, Chris Young, Jacob Degrom on the mound, hasn't pitched in a game since July.
And he's still the same guy year in and year out. He's the one pitcher in baseball that year after year, his velo actually increases, which blows my mind. Last year, he averaged 99 mile an hour on his fastball. Typically a fastball slider pitcher, wipeout slider, gas fastball by you, keeps his composure on the mound. I played with DeGrom his rookie year, and when I saw him his rookie year, I'm like, this guy is going to be something special, and he is not disappointed in even the slightest way. And now you're matching him up with Scherzer and Bassett at the top of that rotation. The Mets, if they can stay healthy, will be, a tough team to reckon with in that East.
Yeah, listen. DeGrom went out with a forearm injury last year and never came back. The Mets were up in that division by 4.5. They finished 11.5 out, I believe. That's a 15-game swing.
So you're saying he's important?
I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, look, between he and Scherzer, how many starts do you have to have from them combined to win that division?
With DeGrom's history, so we were looking at it, in 21, he threw 92 innings. In the short 20 season, he threw 60-plus innings. And this year, you would like to get 200-plus out of him, and I'm assuming, especially a free agent year, he wants to get 200-something out of himself. And a lot of people have had the conversation of, hey, do we wean off of him a little bit? Do we protect him a little bit? But after talking to multiple pitchers around the league, when you have a workhorse like that, you can't put handcuffs on him. You have to allow him to go out there and be the player that he is. He needs to go out there and be the ace of that staff, because if you can't have him every 5 days, like, how impactful can you be? Like, you need DeGrom right. You need Scherzer right. So if that's 300 innings, I'm going to have him make every start, but as a manager, I have to watch his workload, have a good feel for the game, have a good feel for when can I go to the bullpen, when do we have a good enough cushion to where I can go to my bullpen guy. So if it's the new age of baseball in that we're going 5-6 innings, if you get 30 starts for 5 innings, that's still 200 and how many? Come on.
I'm not doing
250, 280, I don't know.
I'm not helping you.
I just graduated from college. 250 innings right there. I mean 150 each, but we have to get him to 180, in my opinion.
I think the challenge for Buck Showalter will be this. It's when do you get the innings? Do you want them in April, or do you want to hold them back a little bit? Because, look, Scherzer is older. DeGrom, you showed it and you talked about it. The lack of innings for 2 years. Only 1 year was in his control, obviously. But you want them in September. You can't have them out of gas in September.
I agree, Matt, but at the same time, you're talking about two of probably the most dominant and maybe the most hard-headed pitchers out there as far as what they mean for their team and what they want to contribute. Scherzer you're not going out there in 5 innings and taking the ball from him. I just feel like he's not built like that.
He won't give it to you.
And I feel like DeGrom is the same type of animal out there. So when you have guys like that, the more you try to protect somebody, I think the more injury-prone you become. As a player, if I was in the outfield and I was thinking about not getting hurt, or if I was trying to protect myself from getting hurt, you know what happens? You get hurt. So I think if he's healthy, if he says he's 100%, you have to treat him like he's 100% and allow him to go out there and do his thing.
So DeGrom, to wrap this up today, 2 innings, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Mets fans, you're feeling good at dinner this evening. All right, it's time now for Kevin's spring training road trip presented by Camping World. We head back to Royals camp to see who's joined Kevin.
8:30 from Camping World. So I want to ask you first, Whit, where would you take this RV from Camping World if you had anywhere to go?
Well, we were just talking about a little golf before we started this, and I'd probably take it down to Pebble Beach.
See, Pebble Beach is probably the nicest place. And the RV spots where they can click in, You're right by the ocean. You don't have to pay that $500 a night room fee.
What else you need?
Nothing. You know what? We showed up here to camp. You got a beautiful facility here, and it kind of makes you happy, you know, with all the developments and add-ons and they're doing, and they got all the Hall of Fame scenes that Dayton's put up with George Brett and all the guys. But, you know, looking in the development of Salvador Perez and what he's turned into right in front of our eyes, being a star and obviously the power and the type of person. Explain to us about him.
Salvy's just, he's the best. He's exactly what you want in a leader and in a guy that's behind the plate for your team. He's a hard worker, he's passionate about the game, and he's made that jump from being a star to a superstar. He's big and strong, which is fairly obvious if you've ever seen him. But he's learned how to incorporate that strength and that size into just destroying baseballs. I mean, the guy's got no strike zone. He's people asked me last year about his year, and I compared it to what Vladdy Sr. was like. It was just, there's no pitch you can throw him that he can't get a barrel on.
Mm-hmm. And then we got a young blood here, Bobby Witt Jr. You know, looks like he's going to be a stud and might be your guy. Double play combo situation. But talk to me about his development, or what advice or you could help a guy like that out.
He's one of the most talented human beings I've ever seen on a baseball field. He's faster than everybody. He can hit the ball as far as everybody. He's 21 years old, but his maturity level is just off the charts for a 21-year-old. Credit to him, credit to his dad for, you know, bringing him up in that baseball background and helping him understand the game and the difficulties of the game. And he knows that that jump to the big leagues is going to be the biggest jump that he's taken, and he's ready to take it on. And you know, he's ready for that challenge and ready to make adjustments to be successful at that level. And I got no doubt he's going to be, just because of the talent he has and the type of kid he is. So, I mean, there's really not much to do other than, you know, sit back and watch the show.
Yeah, and you know, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but I think you're one of the most underrated players out there. I love that that you take the field every day. It seems like you love to play the game. You do a little bit of everything in the game. So a guy like you coming in, you've been around now a little bit. You know, what are some of the things that you're looking personally to achieve this year on the field?
Just looking to continue to improve every year. There's always baseball. It's just, there's always something you can improve on. And this past offseason, I continue to work to get bigger, stronger, faster physically. And then a couple little things in my game that I improved, and look forward to taking it into the season. So put my body in a good position to be healthy and get through 162 plus, ideally. And besides that, it's a constant game of adjustments, and I've been around long enough to where I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on what needs to happen.
Last question now, let's get back to something important, your golf game. Yeah. Now, you're a 4 handicap. Okay, I'm about a 4 to 5 handicap. My scene is a putting. Can't get the ball in the hole. Give me your strength and your weakness in golf.
Strengths around the green. Weakness is, if I can get it off the tee, I'll have a good day. Yesterday was not a good tee day for me, and it turned into a frustrating round.
Who could play on this team?
We had Greinke now.
See, Greinke scratch, right?
I haven't played with him, but I hear he's a stick.
Yeah, I heard he's scratch.
Yeah. So, well, I'm gonna have to get out with him. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I appreciate you hanging with us, brother, and good luck this year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Only Kevin Millar can get away with talking golf for like 2 minutes. Whit Merrifield, he was there and now he's here with a ground ball up the middle. I know I'm stating the obvious. He is a baseball player, and here he is again. What do you like about him?
I love his game, and I have an affinity for guys who still take pride in base running. I mean, he's one of the guys that go out there and steal 40 bases still. I love it. South Carolina boy.
Yeah, there you go. Austin Allen with a home run for the A's, a rebuilding A's team. That's a good-looking swing. And how about this? They talked about Bobby Witt Jr., and he goes deep.
Oh, my goodness. What a nice, short, compact swing. Why are we holding this guy back? Let him shine. Let him play.
Oh, he's going to play. The question is where? Is it short? Is it third? All right, White Sox of Milwaukee and Lucas Giolito on the hill for the White Sox. A huge year last year. and he's got it working 3 innings, 4 Ks today. Let's go to the 6th. And Eloy Jimenez, this guy is a monster.
I feel like the batters are a little ahead of the pitchers right now. I feel like I'm seeing balls leave the park left and right. A lot of barrels being found early in spring training.
You like White Sox to run away with that division or not so easy? What do you think?
I love the White Sox running away with that division. I'm still curious to see what the Twins are going to do. I'm not a believer quite yet with that starting rotation.
All right, so you'll be sold at some point. Wander Franco, hey, happy birthday. He's now 13. And we're going to talk about this man-child when we